Welcome to this edition of Decryptage. We are pleased to receive the chairman of the Finances Department at the South Africa's University. With him, we explore the crucial role of university programs in preparing future finance professionals for the increasing demands of compliance in Africa. Mr. Joseph CHISASA, welcome to Africa 24. How do your department's academic programs prepare future finance professionals to meet the growing compliance demands of Africa's banking and business sectors?
Yeah, our qualifications or programs range from the undergraduate to postgraduate qualifications. So in those programs, we cover quite a number of aspects that relate to compliance, especially in the financial services sector. So we offer, for instance, our postgraduate diploma in risk management, which prepares our students for managing different sorts of risks, ranging from compliance risk to market risk, operational risk. And so we believe that our students need to be conversant with what kind of risks businesses can be exposed to, and beyond that, how such risks should be mitigated. So we believe that by doing that, we will be able to equip our students well enough, in time for them to take up positions in the areas of risk management, and not only just being able to identify them, mitigate them, but also to comply with the regulatory environment. And I think our governance modules, risk and governance modules, do take care of the important aspect of the need for business to comply with their industry regulations.
What is your department's most recent research on the impact of compliance on international trade and African financial markets?
We do research that cuts across the spectrum of business, and one of the interesting topics that we have looked at is what bank supervision does insofar as compliance is concerned, because it's one thing having a whole set of regulations and a whole set of bank supervision programs, but whether or not those institutions that are being supervised eventually do comply with the regulations is another. So we look at what kind of shortcomings there are within the supervision process, also looking at the shortcomings within the regulatory framework, and what kind of challenges institutions encounter in trying to implement the rules and regulations of the game.
How is the University of South Africa collaborating with financial institutions and regulators to promote a better understanding and application of compliance regulations?
When we develop our programs, we do invite industry practitioners. In fact, what we do is that we constitute what we call an advisory board, which brings together academics and practitioners alike to have a look at what our qualifications, and provide some insights on where we need to up our content, where we need to improve our content so that it aligns with what is happening in the financial services sector. Beyond that, we also have had training with one of the big four commercial banks on money laundering and anti-money laundering, which I think is a huge contribution there, because we're talking here of an institution that has got a staff complement of approximately 4,000 across the country. So we do it that way, and we believe that it is the way to go. What we also do is that we invite guest speakers to come and address our students, in the form of guest lectures. And that way, again, we do contribute to the liaison between us and the industry on how we develop our students as well as staff from those industries.
What specific compliance challenges do you identify for African companies and institutions, and how does your department contribute to providing solutions or training to address them?
I would say one of the biggest challenges across Africa, which I believe that is even documented in the Africa Union Agenda 2063, is corruption. So when we talk about compliance here, we're looking at how well institutions are able to make sure that the laws of the land are adhered to. So if we can deal with the corruption cancer, then we should be able to address compliance-related matters. So I think that we are doing almost not enough, but we're making a small a contribution towards ameliorating that landscape. For instance, I attended the symposium on World Without Terrorism in Iraq, which is one way of us getting to know what is happening in the real world, the practical side of the industry. Just as much as I am here at this Africa Export-Import Bank Compliance Forum, where I then have the opportunity to meet with practitioners from the financial services sector and share notes on how best we can arrest these challenges facing the industry.
Mr. Joseph CHISASA, thank you for answering Africa 24's questions.
It's my pleasure.
Dear viewers, thank you all for following us. Get your program on replay on My Africa 24 and Africa24TV.com.